Good evening, everybody. I'd like to call the Village of Mount Sterling Council meeting for May 12th, 2025 to order. May I please have a roll call?
Yes, Craig?
Here.
Becky? Here. Ross?
Here.
Barry?
Here.
Joyce? Here. David?
Here.
All's present.
Okay. David?
Before we go to prayer, I'd like to thank the Nazarene Church again for the wonderful job they did for the village again, the wonderful work they do. Lord, thank you for what you do for us, Lord, day in and day out, Lord. Lord, be with our village tonight, be with our council, our mayor, our safety forces, Lord, and all the people in the village, Lord. Touch them with your holy hand, Lord, knowing they're not alone with your holiness in you, Lord. And Lord, be with our great country tonight. In Jesus' wonderful, wonderful name, amen.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May I please have a motion to approve the minutes from the council meeting held on April the 28th, 2025, please?
Have that motion?
Thank you. David, is there a second? Ross?
David, Ross? Okay, roll call. Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
And David?
Yes.
Okay, mayor's report tonight. I'm pleased to report we were out patching potholes a good chunk of the day today before rain chased us away. We'll continue the patching process. You'll see that the state routes are first priority. Everyone travels them, everyone needs them, everyone uses them. The state routes, therefore, get the first attention, and then followed by residential streets, followed by alleys. So we have a long summer ahead of us, and I look forward to continuing the patch process. We were pretty lucky about not having any giant cave-ins happen this winter, so thanks to our service crew for keeping those under control, and we continue to work towards better streets here in Mount Sterling. As far as other priorities for the springtime, of course, we've just had, as David pointed out, cleanup day, which is always very, very important. We'll be doing other service work around the village, including maintenance and the water distribution. So you'll be seeing us. We've already worked with our fire colleagues and getting some hydrants flushed, but you'll see some additional work done on valves and other equipment in the ground over the course of the springtime. So I'm looking forward to getting things underway now that we have a break in weather, and hopefully we can knock out some of the long-standing projects we've had. With that, I'm going to go ahead and give it over to Joyce Phillips, so President Pro Tem, and I'll reserve comments for other committee meetings.
Thank you. I don't have an official report prepared. The only thing I would like to mention is I would like to wish a happy belated Mother's Day for all of the mothers here. It was a beautiful day for everyone to get out and spend with their family, and we did take advantage of that. I also want to make a comment about some of the meetings that had to be canceled last week. I just want to say to those listening, those meetings were canceled due to illness. We had a council member who had to undergo a procedure, a surgery, if you will. And so it was, the executive decision was made to postpone all of Wednesdays, I believe it was Wednesday, all of Wednesday's meetings to this Wednesday to allow the entire council and all of the committee meetings to be available as a whole. So thank you for your understanding. And we were in full force today with our meetings, and they were quite successful. And we will also be here on Wednesday for the meetings that were canceled last week. And we will look forward to those who were going to be in attendance last week to joining us this week. Thank you. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you for that. That takes us to public comments and visitors. So we have one person tonight, Jacob Keever. Please come on down. State your, obviously state your name, but your address, please. Yep.
Jacob Keever, 559 Wingate Place North, Mount Sterling, Ohio. My whole comment tonight is about the water tower, when we're going to break ground, and also about possibly getting a copy of the contract in the lobby, and that's it. And then I'm glad to hear that, I won't acknowledge who it is, but that you're healthy, and that your health continues.
Okay.
And that,
Yeah, good deal. So I got a couple of comments. I absolutely could shed light on that. And the contracts we're all open bid, so yes, we can put those out there, no problem. There are two of them. One is for the demolition of the tower, the other one is the construction of the new one. And so I would be happy to put those out. Those are public record and pretty much anyone who wants them. And actually, you know what we can do is also put the plans out there too. I have copies of the plans sitting on my desk right now. We can go ahead and put those out too. They're big and they take up a lot of space because it's a large tower, but why not? Let's put them all out there. We can hang them up. And as far as breaking ground, we're still working. We had 2 construction meetings last week, and that date has not been pinned down yet. I can tell you, for starters, the tank itself will be under construction and running in parallel with the actual breaking of ground. So it'll be 2 things. You know, you actually have to put a footer in to hold this thing, which will be, first and foremost, you'll see land cleared for that. And then the tank itself will be constructed down in Louisville, Kentucky, in parallel with all of the site work. So there's a very large amount of site work which has to be done because the plant is literally right there. And so there needs to be the plumbing that connects the tower to the plant and so forth. So we're told by the engineers that site is looking fine, looks good. However, they've done no excavation since the original construction of the plant. And so we're reliant on sort of where we left the original construction of the plant. And we're going to have to, once we break ground and do construction excavation, then that means that there could be something that they find. I don't think there will be, but we have pretty good records on that. But you know, you don't know yet until you start putting a shovel in the ground. So once we know that, we'll post it. But we understand we're going to be, you know, moving along with this project. That's the goal. We can't run the shot clock out. I think they said the overall construction period was what, about a year and some change? 14 months in duration. So for the public's benefit, the old tower will not be removed until the new tower is obviously working. And so there's going to be no debris, no construction on the old site, no nothing until way, way, way to the end of the project. So that's, you know, you'll have an opportunity to look at the old tower for quite some time yet to go. So I think sometime in mid to late 2026, possibly early 27, don't know quite yet what that is. But the moment I do, everyone else will as well. Does that answer your question? Okay, thank you. Okay, we do not have any executive session.
What's that?
Am I allowed to talk? Am I allowed to talk? Not yet.
Well, we didn't have you in the book, but we have comment at the end if you're okay with that.
Okay, sure. Okay, let's see. We do have a couple of motions as far as it relates to the public. So the first one is to allow the Mud Run Hustlers to hold a car wash here behind Town Hall on May the 17th. Is there a motion that I may have for that, please? Motion. Thank you, Craig.
I'll
Is there a
second.
Okay.
Well, I heard, and then I seen a raise of a hand.
So I think I
David or
heard,
Becky?
I think I heard Becky first here.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, so I got Craig as, made the motion, Becky seconded. Roll call, Craig? Yes. Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Okay, and then as everyone knows, May the 26th is a scheduled council date, but that's obviously Memorial Day. So considering that's a national holiday, is there a motion to cancel that particular council?
You have that motion, sir.
Thank you, David. Is there a second?
Yes.
Thank you, Ross.
David, Ross? Okay, roll call, Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Craig?
Okay, thank you. All right, we have no executive session tonight, so that takes us to department reports. And first up, Deputy, come on down.
Good evening, everybody. All right, so this week, we're showing 26 traffic stops in the village. The next largest number on here is the village ordinances. Those have been, Barry and Joyce have both been keeping me busy with those tags and trying to get some things fixed around here. Secondly, to point out, there are 4 business checks listed on here, But I don't want anybody thinking that that's the only thing that's happened. There's two ways that we can log that. If we air it over the radio, a card will generate, so it'll generate within this report. The rest of us typically go around and put them on the daily log, so we don't want anybody thinking that we're not checking businesses and doing those things. There's just two different methods of recording that, so I say I probably do 10, 15, 20 per shift, if that gives you a little more insight. And then we had a couple, twos here and there, parking violations, disabled vehicles, recovered property, just simple little things, and everything else has been pretty calm.
Questions for the deputy? Comments?
You'll be busy the next couple weeks.
Thank you, Courtney.
Kids will be out of school.
Yes, they will.
Definitely
Yes, they will. I think those numbers are going to start changing a little bit, aren't they?
So those are our tags.
All right.
Evidently.
Okay, moving on with thank you for that, by the way. Madison, let's see here. Moving on with the rest of the department reports, Law Director will not be appearing tonight, so we'll get his statement the next go-around. Building and Zoning also next go-round. That takes us to Fiscal Officer.
Okay, any questions from council? Comments, concerns? Anything? Just to say hi? Nothing? No. I'll try to be funny, huh? Okay, so I don't have a lot to report either. I think we're just trying to pedal through getting some of these vendors set up, obviously with what the mayor just talked about with the towers and having different vendors come in and getting that set up and established. I don't have anything, so if the public doesn't have any questions, please feel free. If you do have any questions or concerns, please do feel free to contact me. And again, if council has any questions or concerns or comments, again, I don't have anything for finance. Joyce will have that for everybody at, I think, the next Wednesday's meeting, this coming Wednesday's meeting. Please look forward to any updates on the website. So I unfortunately do not have everybody's phone number in this village. So I cannot contact you and give you like a speed dial thing. Please make sure if there are any updates that are on the website, that you please do look at our website. It's under the calendar icon on the mtsterling.org, okay, is our website, and click on the little calendar button on the very first page. It'll take you directly to the months. All right, so when some of these meetings get changed, we can't contact everybody. So with the people that I do know that want to come to those meetings, I do try to reach out to them directly, but please look for the website for those changes, okay? Also, you guys will have a copy of the bank reconciliation, which you guys had in your packets, and I will also be passing this around. Everything has been accounted for. There have been no adjustments on for the month of April. Again, I can't believe we're saying we're going into May now and almost June. So again, no adjustments were made. Everything, every penny was accounted for and tracked and logged and balanced. If you guys have any questions, again, I encourage everyone to please reach out to me. With that said, I would ask for a motion to approve the appropriation status report, the revenue status report, the receipt listing report, the payment listing report, the comparison of budget and appropriated report, the cash summary by fund report, the RETA report, and lastly, the bank reconciliation for April of 2025.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Craig. Is there a second? Thank you, Ross.
Okay, that was Craig. Ross was second. Roll call. Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Okay, again, 3 documents for everyone to sign. Please sign those and send them on.
I think it's pretty amazing how you remember the names of all of those reports.
I know. I've said them too many.
You've said
too many
them,
times.
said them a few times. Okay, thank you very much for that, Courtney, and thanks for everybody to sign off on those, please. Okay, that takes us to committee reports this evening. We're going to start out with Finance. Joyce.
The next Finance Committee meeting will be Wednesday morning on the 14th at 11 o'clock
AM.
a.m.
Okay, Pleasant Township, Becky.
Yes, they just had their monthly meeting on May the 5th. Basically, it was mostly regular business as usual. Want the village to know that, you know, we have nuisance issues all the time, and we're not alone. They discussed a couple of nuisance issues outside of the village limits in the township, and their procedure is pretty similar. They send a couple of letters, and then they have something in place where they send a letter and they do the work and then charge homeowner money for that work that was done. So, you know, I just sat in on a nuisance meeting. It was interesting to hear everybody. And so sometimes, you know, we don't have to recreate the wheel. So if we're looking to do something, same kind of form letter, you might reach out to see what our township friends have. And that was it, basically. It was a pretty quick meeting. And their next meeting will be on June the 2nd, first Monday at 5 o'clock.
Great, thank you. Okay, squad, Joyce.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to be seeing Mark Harden at the squad meeting. I wonder if I could maybe call him and get him to bring a copy of that ordinance with him. Might serve some purpose. But the next squad meeting will be Wednesday, 8/14, or 5/14 at 8 o'clock PM.
Great, thank you. Fire, Ross.
As usual, we just paid the bills, and then we discussed a BWC safety grant that was available. The new engine is in service now and ready to go, ready to be operated. Our next meeting is May the 29th, and they're going to ask the insurance company to be there to specify some insurance. And they're 33 calls ahead of last year at this time.
Sorry to hear that. Okay, thank you very much. Water, wastewater, Craig.
Our meeting will be this Wednesday at 10 a.m.
May the 14th.
Right.
Okay, streets, Ross.
We had a meeting this evening. We discussed the changing of the, or renaming the alley for Diane Spradlin Place. Courtney knows the address of where everything's at. And we discussed the speed signs that need to be put up and some parking that needs to be corrected over by the H&R Block building. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
All right, would you like me to ask for the motion?
Yes.
Okay, so out of the streets meeting that just occurred earlier this evening, this is gonna be a motion to allow the alley, which is currently unnamed, that is an interjunction to North High Street. So if you're familiar with it, it would be, if you're coming down London Street, in between the alleys of Harry Styles and the chiropractor building, there's an alley there, and then it goes into an intersection. It would be the next alley after that. So will be in junction connecting to North High Street. So again, I can't give you an exact address where it's near because alleys don't have the address. But it came out of that to have the committee has agreed to take it to council to have that renamed. And the motion would be to rename that alley to Diane Spradlin Place. So if there would be a motion from.
Is there a motion from the
I'll
floor,
make
please?
the motion.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay.
Okay, so that was Becky, Joyce. Okay, we'll do a roll call. Craig,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
and David.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll let Mr. Spradlin know. He was the gentleman that came to the last meeting. I hope you guys enjoyed his packets that he gave.
Yeah. Can I make
and, the memories of Miss Spradlin.
Can I make a comment, though?
Yeah, of course.
The one thing that we did in the meeting, though, those are streets or alleys that have not had a name on them previous. So we didn't see the problem, but, you know, I don't think we're in a big hurry to rename streets, so.
Duly noted. Okay. All right, if there are no other comments for streets, then we will move on to Park and Recs.
Our next meeting will be Wednesday at 1 o'clock, 5:14.
Record retention, David.
We met on Friday, May 2nd, got a lot of work done, and Mick was even early. So he got there, we got a lot done and everything accomplished. And I'm really proud of our workers. Courtney does a good job coordinating everything, getting things laid out, and we're getting a lot done.
We are.
That's all I got to report.
It's always
Okay.
early.
Nuisance abatement, Barry.
Yeah, we had a meeting today. Everything was going pretty good. If you have a complaint, make sure you reach out to the village and report it. Remember to keep your grass mowed. We have a an ordinance that has to be under 8 inches. And other than that, our next meeting is June 9th at 6 PM.
Okay, good deal. Planning, Ross.
Don't have anything.
Okay. Zoning, Craig.
There's nothing scheduled, but the meetings are last Tuesday of the month at 6
Yep.
PM.
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 I have a request for zoning. I have a request to appoint John Barnes to the zoning committee. He has approached me and is interested in serving. So I would like to make a motion to add John Barnes to the zoning committee at this time.
Okay, is there a second? All right, thank you.
So that was Joyce, Craig, and we'll do a roll call. Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes?
And David?
Yes.
Okay, so noted.
I'll let him know the details, and I appreciate that. Now, just for future reference, we still need another person for zoning, and I'm still looking for a few good residents to serve on planning.
Nuisance.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And nuisance. He means and nuisance.
You're already on it. Thank you. But thank you again. I wish I could clone you.
All right. Any other comments for zoning then? Hearing none. Tree beautification.
Yes. We were supposed to have a meeting today. Unfortunately, a couple people weren't going to be able to make it, so we wouldn't have a quorum. So we will be rescheduling that. Look on the website. But we did have some action. Last week, we attended our annual Tree City Awards meeting, and it was very informational. We had 4 or 5 really good speakers, and I hope to bring one of those speakers to talk to council and maybe some other organizations soon. But it was super exciting. There were so many people represented there that have been Tree Cities for 45, 50 years. And we're just Little Mount Sterling, and it's only our 2nd year in it, and we did receive a 2024 Growth Award. We were one of only like 13 communities that did the work to get that Growth Award, so we're very proud of that. So some of the things we got this little part of a plaque that will attach to the big plaque we got last year that'll dangle from it and hopefully get more and more and more Growth Awards. And then also, for the signs, we're gonna order some more because we did get 4 signs for the end of town, but we got our 2-year award to put on those signs. Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
It's okay. And then I'm super excited about this. This is like a real live canvas type of flag, Tree City. So I'll let everybody kind of decide where, if we want to hang it out here or if we want to hang it at the park. But I'm sure we'll want to hang it somewhere so everybody will know that Mount Sterling is a Tree City. So really proud of all the accomplishments that we're doing there. So I'll let everybody know when we do reschedule that meeting.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you. We do not have any ordinances or resolutions tonight, so that takes us to roundtable. And I guess we'll do another public comment here real fast. So why don't you come on down?
Just like
State-
the Price is Right, there's no.
You can jump up and down.
Costumes or something.
Let's make a deal.
And,
Is that what it is?
and state your name and address.
Caitlin Cole, 25 Autumn Hayes Court, Mount Sterling, Ohio.
All right.
Okay, so I just wanted to make a comment because I was unable to attend the 5 p.m. streets meeting about the signs going at the entrances to the village. I know that there was some talk about the nonprofit, so I just wanted to read something to you guys if you are okay with that. It says, in Ohio, a nonprofit childcare organization operates for a public benefit, typically as a corporation, while a LLC, which is what we are, can be for-profit or nonprofit. Nonprofit childcare providers aim to serve the community. So that was, there's really nothing, I'm an LLC and I'm for the community, even though I could not afford to put myself as a nonprofit. That's pretty much what I am. There's nothing different about that. And I do want to at least encourage, of course, it is my business, but I want to encourage it for our community. You know, we do the farmers market, and we are currently, to my knowledge, the only facility that does school-aged programs. So I do think that that is helpful for our community. So that was kind of all I had for that, to help that decision, so.
Very good. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
your input. Any other comments around
Oh,
table?
I want to bring up about Memorial Day. We know it's a holiday and everything, but always take a little bit of time to think about the sacrifice our veterans did on the beaches and every place else so we could be free. And it's a time for that. And it was several years ago when Timmons Way was dedicated on a Memorial Day, and I think about that, how Dad and his brother Max probably looked down from heaven. He said, "That's one great little village," because they made the Life magazine article for our little town in 1945, and it just a remembrance of what they all did for us in defending the country.
That's right.
David, can I ask, this year for Memorial Day, do you have the times for the celebration at the cemetery? And then-
I believe, am I right on this, Joyce? It's 10:30, isn't it?
No. Let me check with
Okay.
Daniel.
Okay.
I believe they told our pastor to be there at 9:30 because the service was at 10. But I will confirm that and I will let you know.
And are they having a little one here in town too?
Yeah, we're still going to have a ceremony
And
there,
is
like we
that
went to the
at
school.
what time?
As soon as we get done at the cemetery, we'll be there, where we're at, we'll be on the schedule. It's usually within 40 minutes with that time, because we got there.
There is a sign in front of the cemetery with the time on it, though, by the way. I don't know what it is, but they did have it posted.
Yeah, I think it was mentioned last meeting, Tamara mentioned it, but it's worth saying again, the American Legion goes out there and puts over 1,200 flags on graves, so that's really awesome. And, you know, we have a really interactive American Legion that does a lot for the community and takes a lot of pride in, so
They do.
just always thank you to them.
And you have a new commander right now, and he's trying to get all of the facts and everything together. So he's getting a lot of information in from a lot of different people, so hopefully we'll know very, very soon.
We're really grateful to have a Veterans Way, what we have here. You go to a lot of communities, we got a beautiful, and every flag of every military, even the Space Force. In case Darth Vader would come, we'd be ready.
Oh, that's right.
That's a Keys Day.
Yeah, we will put this on the community calendar if when we get
And-
the
and he
Okay,
wants-
great,
he
dates,
great.
times. Yeah,
He will reach out to
usually
you
it's
to
like
do that.
downtown, usually it's about 11
Yeah.
normally. So I was thinking that it would be 11, you know, at 11 a.m.
And then
So
if they have a flyer, because I've seen on some of their Facebook posts and stuff, if we can put it in the window in case some people
Yep.
that are not internet.
Yep.
Great.
You know, that don't go to the internet, that we could advertise that as well. for the
All right,
people
I'll
that
let him
come.
know.
I just want to do a shout out too to the community center, just had a big fundraiser. They did, I think it was last weekend, not just this. yeah.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
I heard they raised quite a bit of money. It was all, you know, donation, all the things that they sold were donated. And if you have not had a chance to look at what they are going to do out at that park,
Beautiful.
you need to. It's amazing. They have plans, obviously, they've got to get the money, but that's another great reason to support them. But plans for a dog park, plans for playground equipment, and just a walking path and all kinds of things.
All
So it'll
done
be
in.
super exciting to have 2 nice parks in our community. So, you know,
And we have a
it
theater.
was really a nice event, and they handled it well, and it was organized, and appreciate all that the community center does as well.
I think they raised $2,000 on Saturday, she said.
Yep. I
And
think it was-
Sunday, they were selling a whole cart full of stuff for $5. It was unreal, unreal.
they do a nice job. They do a nice job all the way around.
Really do.
Other comments at roundtable? Going once, going twice. All right. On that note, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for getting that information to me.
Oh, you're welcome, yeah.
I want to read that by Dan.
Okay,
I-
absolutely. You're
I want to
welcome.
make sure that you have all the facts.
If I find any more, I'll forward them to you.
Appreciate it.
Sid.